Good morning, everybody. My thing says I have a poor connection, so I don't know if anybody will be able to see this or whatever, but anyways, I'm here. Good morning to everybody. I just wanted to get on here and talk about a few things. Excuse me, my camera looks a little weird. Finally got some sunshine in my area. It rained, I think, from Sunday all the way up to Tuesday, and we got some sunshine in yesterday, and looks like we'll have some today, so I'm super happy about that. I hate rain. Hello, Jupe 912, how are you? Good morning, or grand rising, I should say, because we don't want to mourn. But anyways, I was just getting on here to as usual, ask questions to the people of, what you guys have going on. I've been kind of on my bit of a sabbatical where I haven't been making many videos. Just been kind of in my shell, getting like crazy downloads and kind of piecing things together or whatever. So I know most of us that are on YouTube, we follow some of the same people. We have our favorites. Big ups and shout outs to Young Pharaoh, who pressed the gas on Nature Boy on this last video, and Brother Polite. That's what the breakdown of everything is. In the title. I just can't believe, some of the things that I'm seeing that are happening. And the breakdown of this conscious community. I'm glad that it's being exposed. I'm glad that it's being talked about. I'm glad that the men are addressing the foolishness of the other men. It's absolutely beautiful thing to see. But I'm still saddened by it. And what I, always say, and I always reiterate every time I'm on here, is follow your spirit, follow your gut. If your spirit doesn't agree with something, or your stomach feels weird, I don't care how great their message is. Even if you feel a weird, vibe from me, if I'm not your cup of tea, then don't take what I say, and judge your own life by it. If I have a good message, great. If what I say helps you, great. But if I'm not your cup of tea, don't sit on the channel and watch and feel weird and, all this kind of stuff that people go through, because I had a bad vibe from Nature Boy. I had a bad vibe from Brother Polite. But they had great messages. So, we in the conscious community are being swept away by good messages, but crappy people. You know what I mean? They're not good people. And so, just wanted to, shout out the men. It is, Jupe. I'm telling you, because there's so much craziness out here. It's getting to be ridiculous. But something that came to me the other day. I don't know if you guys follow Nania, Nania. She's a spiritual person that does the breakdown of the Bible, and she has broken the Bible down so beautifully in the Hebrew, where it shows that the earth is preparing for either a meteorite to hit, or for the sun, I guess, to hit the earth or something like that, or wormwood. What else have they called this this thing that's supposed to happen? You guys know the planet. Jupe, what's that planet that they say is gonna hit the earth or collide with the earth? Why can't I? Nibiru, that's what it is. Yes, thank you. So, at any rate, Planet X, exactly. So they're saying that that's supposed to collide with Earth. So the way that she broke this Bible thing down, the Bible pretty much is telling the story of how this is going to happen at the end of the age. And, we are thinking You know, that I always, when I used to read the Bible when I was a Christian, I always thought it was some, you know, mystical thing happening and it was going to be this and that. But, you know, we look at Jesus as the Son, as, you know, the deity of the Son, a solar deity. And we're all deities. But whenever you think of Jesus, you think of the Son. So the Bible, from beginning almost to end, the beginning tells us how to, you know, how we got here, supposedly, the story of Adam and Eve. And then towards the middle, it starts to help you work on your character with Proverbs and Psalms and Ecclesiastes, and just pretty much telling you, you know, this shit is what it is. You know what I mean? Make the best of it. You're living on this planet, you know, you're here to master whatever it is you came here for, not be an emotional idiot, you know, tossed to and fro by every little situation and thing. And so as we grow in the matrix and we grow in our lives, we're starting to see that, you know, this breakdown, like it's breaking down, like people are starting to be different, you know, their true colors are starting to show. We're seeing hella racism everywhere, which a lot of that is propaganda because, you know, I drive Uber part-time, and the consensus on the street is people are just people. You know, people are not running around here thinking they're superior to this one or that one. But, you know, racism is an issue nonetheless. But I am more so leaning towards the fact that we are here to master this, get out of this, not come back to this, because that is what the message of the ancients were, to not come back to this reality, because it is awful. There's crazy people. There's, you know, I don't even know why I would have come here, period. I don't even know why I would have came here with all the BS, but I did nonetheless. So maybe this is why I came here, to talk to, you know, people on YouTube about not coming back. So, anyways, with that in mind, you know, Seven Bomar, as well as a couple other people that I follow and have done my own research, say that this is, we're sleeping. Exactly. And we're sleeping and we're supposed to wake up from a dream, right? You know, that we're the sleeping giant. So we're sleeping somewhere. And this is all, you know, sort of universe where you are, you know, creating all of this in your dream. So I don't know if I subscribe to that, but they say that when you wake up from the dream, that your dream world, like when you go to bed at night, the dream world is the real world. Well, I don't know that makes me feel any better, because sometimes my dream world sucks, you know? Sometimes in my dream world, I'm freaking poor. You know, my kids have died and stuff. You know, I've had dreams where people died. You know what I mean? And I woke up feeling so relieved that it was just a dream. And so if the dream world is the real world, well, damn, that's fucked up too. I mean, it's you know, I don't know. What do you think, Jew? I mean, so lately, I've been having these sort of downloads about my old dreams of me being like, I had this dream that I was in this area, and it was sectioned off, but it was very beautiful, different little areas, but it was not authentic. And then when I drove out, it was like real country-like. I always have dreams that I'm living off in the country somewhere, which is what I want. I want to live in the country. So those dreams are kind of wonderful for me. So I'm hoping that I'll wake up, you know, somewhere and I'm, you know, secluded or whatever in this beautiful, you know, all the dreams it's like I have beautiful crops growing. I have, you know, a big house. It may not be a new house, but it's a big house, you know, a big, beautiful house. And it's, you know, I'm at peace in the dream, you know, when I have these dreams. But they've been coming to me, like these old dreams have been coming to me like nonstop memories of these old dreams. And I'm like, why am I having all these memories? Even like my childhood memories are starting to flood me, things that I've forgotten about. You know, I don't know if anybody else is experiencing that, or knows why. And I think their messages too, Jude, because a lot of times I have a dream and then it'll happen, like deja vu. But people are saying that deja vu is even not a good thing because it's, because they're switching the matrix and they're switching realities and timelines on us, that you are repeating something that you've already done. So, but when I look at the Bible and I look at the situation that we're in here and the way that the Bible goes, the beginning it is telling you about, how we got here. The middle is working on your character. And then the end, it's saying preparing for the coming of the Lord, preparing for the coming of Christ. You want to be ye ready. So I watched Seven Bomar, and he was saying that, the breakdown is happening, that things are getting, progressively worse. And that by 2020, you need to be on your land. You need to be on your square. You need to make sure that you are situated and straight by 2020. And so I just begin to think about the Bible and how it's telling us to prepare for the coming of the Lord, prepare for the coming of the Son, which is Planet X, which is Nibiru, which is aka the pole shift, because all these things that this planet is going to affect is going to be like a pole shift. And so the only thing I could think of is that we need to prepare for the coming of the Son. The Bible was never telling us that Jesus, an actual dude, was going to pop the sky open. It's talking about this sun-like planet hitting the earth and causing all kind of chaos. And you need to be ye ready. You need to have your food. You need to have your storage. You need to have, your clan, your land, your everything in order before the coming of the Son. Because if you're not ready for the coming of the Son, you're going to be lost. You're going to hell. Well, what is hell? Fire, burning. And if this planet hits the earth, that's what it's going to be. Fire burning. There's our hell. People's flesh burning off of them. We've heard that about nuclear war. We've heard all these things that we've been hearing about. If we look at the Bible, it's broken it down for us. And I'm not a Bible thumping Christian. Thank you, Jude. I'm not, you guys know that. But I all things are relevant. You know what I mean? All things are relevant. The Egyptian Book of the Dead is relevant. The Bible is relevant. The Torah is the original version of the Bible. The Kabbalah. All those books are relevant. Everything is relevant. The Quran. All of those things are relevant when we're trying to piece together these, this information and do what we need to do to prepare. So this is the kind of stuff that's been coming down, in my mind these last couple of weeks that I've not been on here, that I've just kind of been in the house, not, really getting out doing too much, that, we have to get prepared for the coming of the Son, for the coming of the Lord, for the coming of Christ, the Planet X, the Nibiru. That's what, and the weather's telling us. The Bible told us there would be earthquakes. I mean, we see that it's geoengineering. We know it's weather manipulation, but the Bible didn't give us the details. You know what I mean? The Bible didn't tell us that it would be man doing this shit. It just told us it's going to happen. So either they're following the script or somebody had the insight to see that it was going to happen prior to. So anyways, that's my little morning rant. I just want to hear from you guys. I love your comments. We're still small in number, which is fine with me, because a lot of times the bigger YouTube channels, sometimes it kind of turns into entertainment versus, actual information and people getting better and people, doing things that, are productive for their lives. It just becomes entertainment and a waste of time. So I'm fine with that. I don't despise humble beginnings. But I just want to say too that, you know, there's going to be a lot of stuff happening prior to the coming of the Son, just like the Bible told us. But the biggest thing that I'm getting out of this, I feel almost emotionless here lately. I don't know if anybody has experienced that. It's really hard to cry because I'm starting to see that all of this is just fake. It's not real. So it's like, why even waste emotion or tears on it? If you have a family, you have friends, you know, try to make the best of those relationships, because, you know, at the end of it, I don't want to die. I don't want to experience death. I don't want my kids to have to experience me being cold in the coffin. So I really wish that we all would just go at the same time in something like a pole shift or whatever the case may be. But if not, then I just want to ascend to wherever it was that I came from. If I'm a statue here, or if I'm an earthling, then I want to ascend back to my original form of who I was. I don't want to do this again. You know what I mean? I don't want to die. I just want to ascend away. Like in the Bible where Isaiah was just, you know, caught up. That's how I want to be. I don't want to be in a coffin cold. Then my kids got to look at me dead in a coffin. I just don't want to go through that. That's my choice. But I would say that we're all still headed for that place of no longer existing on this realm. So be good to your families. Be good to people. You know, if you see somebody needing help or whatever, be that person that's the helper. Be that light in all this darkness that we're dealing with. Because there's not a whole lot of light left on this planet. It's a lot of dark, horrible people on this, whatever they are. I don't even know what they are. I don't know if they're people. I don't know if they're, you know, aliens. I don't know if they're demons. I don't know what they are. But there's some awful people on this planet. And, you know, those of us that are here that have morals, that have values, you know, we're all headed to the same place, to not exist here. So we need to enjoy the ride, enjoy the people in our lives. You know, quit wasting all this emotional shit, you know, crying and arguments and everything. I don't do it anymore. You know, even if somebody calls me and they want to, you know, argue and go, I don't entertain it. You know, I just tell them, well, you know, I guess you just called to tell me off, and that's, you know, that was your goal. But, you know, when you're ready to have a conflict resolution, then call me back, because I'm into resolving things and moving forward, not sitting here going back and forth. It's just ridiculous. So, you know, that's just my take. We got to enjoy the ride. We got to enjoy what, you know, we came here to do, and which is master the matrix. We know what time it is. Everybody, you know, has their opinion and this and that, but most of us that are true love and light beings, we know what time it is and that we need to prepare. So I'm going to get off of here. I've been yapping for almost 20 minutes. You guys have a great day. I know most people will probably see this after. Thanks for hanging with me, Jupe. I appreciate it. And you have a great Thursday. We are almost to the weekend. So I'm going to sign off and have a great day in love and light. Peace and blessings to you as well. Bye-bye.